So good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for being here today. Before we begin, I would like to really thank you, Professor Marta Liccardo, for inviting me and for organizing this meeting. It's a great pleasure and also an honor being here with you this afternoon. So I'm truly happy to connect with you. My name is Lisa Bugno. I'm from the University of Padova, Italy, and I serve as the link convener. So yes, in a way, the coordinator of the Emerging Researchers Group within EERA, so the European Educational Research Association. And today I would like to take some time to introduce who is the Emerging Researcher, what is the Emerging Researchers Group, who we are, what we do, and especially how we can support the emerging researchers or PhD students in their academic journey. So I really hope that this can be a dialogue. So please feel free to interrupt me, add comments, or save questions also for the end or for the chat, as you prefer. And of course, I will also be happy to hear about your experiences as well. So if it's fine with you, I prepared a small PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, good. Can you see it? Okay, wonderful. So yeah. So let me start with a simple question. Why does the Emerging Researchers Group exist? Well, the idea behind the Emerging Researchers Group is quite straightforward, I would say. We know that beginning an academic career in educational research can be, of course, exciting, but also sometimes overwhelming. And, emerging researchers are writing their theses, they are doing their research before looking for funding opportunities, building their own networks, presenting at conferences, and of course trying to understand how academic life works. Often, everything happens at the same time, and the Emerging Researchers Group was created exactly for this reason. We want to support emerging researchers by offering spaces where they can share their work, receive constructive feedback, and meet colleagues from all over Europe who are facing, let's say, similar challenges. So I will give you a kind of really classical, let's say, presentation today. We will go through what the Emerging Researchers Group is, what it offers. I will tell you more about the Emerging Researchers Conference, but that it runs. It takes place during mid-end August every year. But I will also tell you about our opportunities throughout the year. I will introduce you the team and the possibilities for collaboration, and I will give you some info about how to stay connected. So the emerging researchers' main goals are to support the scientific development of emerging researchers in education, of course, also to build a strong European community for PhD candidates, but also master students at the end of their studies, and also postdocs and early career scholars too. The idea is to offer a safe and stimulating forum for discussing research and, of course, encourage participation from researchers from low GPT countries. And I always like to say that, the Emerging Researchers Group is not just a conference a group organizing a conference, but it's a community that stays active all the year long. But let me give you a clearer picture of what the Emerging Researchers Group actually offers in practice. As I already told you, not only the Emerging Researchers Conference, but also opportunities and activities that go throughout the entire academic year. It's a kind of a community with open doors. So if people are at the beginning of their career, I've been an emerging researcher taking part of the ERG activities. So I know that it is incredibly valuable to have a place where PhD students, but not only PhD students, as I already told you, can grow without, feeling judged, where questions are welcome, where their work is taken seriously. And this is something we try to cultivate within our group. One of the things that emerging researchers appreciate the most is the opportunity to have formative feedback, not just a quick, for example, to their abstract or to their papers. This formative feedback is not just a quick comment, but a real document, a kind of discussion that helps them to improve their projects. So what we offer is, thanks to the Emerging Researchers Group, PhD students can have their abstracts reviewed. They can participate in sessions with peer discussion. They can receive chair supportive comments, for example, during the conference, but also they can stay connected throughout the entire year. And as I will tell you in a few minutes, they can also be mentored for giving feedback themselves to other emerging researchers, of course, if they want, but also get mentoring through the best paper and the best poster award that we are running thanks to the next to the conference, I would say, and during the conference. The next conference, Emerging Researchers Conference, that takes place just before Easter. So we call it the main conference. It will be in Tampere, mid August. So starting from 17th August 2026. And it takes place on Monday and Tuesday, half Tuesday, just before Easter, as I already told you. I added to these slides also the important dates for the call for papers, call for abstracts, sorry. So the submissions will start at the beginning of December. And there will be the possibility to submit an abstract till the end of January. And we will publish the review results at the beginning of April. And of course, in the meantime, the registration will start. Okay. Moreover, as I already told you, we are also giving the opportunity to have also other activities during the year. But I would, if it's fine with you, I would still stay on the Emerging Researchers Conference, because there are many opportunities besides attending, presenting and being part of these sessions and the discussion that takes place during this session, because we are also offering training and workshops and capacity building seminars. So we are trying to offer training on many aspects of the academic life, such as writing, publishing, presenting, preparing posters, working with calls or looking for fundings. And of course, we are also trying to support the networking activity, because it's a huge part also of what we do. We try to do it in a way that is not intimidating, let's say. For example, one of our activities is just before the conference is the working together opportunity. Is meant to involve the emerging researchers that reach the conference location just before the Sunday before the start of the conference, and it's very informal. People simply walk and talk about their research, and in this way they can connect and start create relations that will evolve and develop during the conference. Well, what else about the Emerging Researchers Conference? We think actually that is very special. It's not a smaller version of EERA, but it has its own identity and its own atmosphere. And it was created especially for and specifically dedicated to emerging researchers, to emerging scholars. At the Emerging Researchers Conference, PhD students and emerging researchers in general, they can expect, as I told you before, constructive feedback on their abstract before the conference, of course, session with chairs who help them to reflect on their research, but also training sessions and networking events. And there is also a poster competition and a paper award. In a way, many emerging researchers conference participants, they tell us that the ERC is the first place where they feel truly kind of recognized as researchers, and this is something we really love. And we are, working to build an academic community of emerging researchers. What else? Referring to the opportunities throughout the year, we organize many online events, such as webinars on how to write properly an abstract or a paper, or how to prepare to build a poster or a project proposal. For example, last year we had this webinar series in collaboration with Network 28, Sociologies of Education. And it was specifically dedicated to publishing the first article, and you can also find it. We updated it on uploaded it on our YouTube, so you can check for it via our social channels. And well, EERA also ran an annual summer school on methodological aspects, and we, as the emerging researchers group, are collaborating with thematic seasonal school in collaboration with other networks. For example, I collaborated with Network One, Professional Development, to a spring school, and I think that the call for proposals will be out in a few weeks. This is the next summer school. This year, the summer school will be held in Chemnitz, at the Chemnitz University in Germany. And the theme is comparison and comparing in education and research. The applications already, the application slot already started, November 15, but you will have time till January 15. You can find more information on our website. They will give information on acceptance on March, around mid-March probably. And of course, then the registration will open. I usually really recommend to emerging researchers taking part in these opportunities, because they are really important, and they are really formative. Here there is also another example about the opportunities we provide. For example, at the beginning of December, we will have an online event organized in collaboration with the EERA Network for Teen, Families and Community in Education. And we will talk about how to apply for a conference in general, and we will go through the details related to the Emerging Researchers Conference, and also, of course, the details for applying to EERA too. I also would like to say that, of course, I'm not alone. None of these would be possible without the Emerging Researchers Group team. We are a group of co-conveners from different countries, plus our senior mentor, that is Ineke Pinta and Kate, and some senior fellows that are providing their support, and their really important help to us. Of course, they give us advice, continuity, and also experience. So it's not an emerging researchers group made only by emerging researchers, but we have also a structure that supports us. We work, of course, collaboratively, and we meet regularly, and of course we read a lot of abstracts. I'm joking, of course, but we are also always happy to welcome new people that want to contribute. And this is possible both for emerging researchers and for associate or full professors that want to be part of the organization. The Emerging Researchers Group is, of course, open to everyone, and there can be many different ways or also levels in which you can take part if you want. You can, of course, just submit your abstract to the conference, but you can also join our online training session or participate, a little more. Mentoring, for example, for the Best Paper Award, reviewing abstracts with us, and also being a chair during the emerging researcher sessions. I would say that for associate and full professor, but also for senior researchers, these can be opportunities to stay in touch with the new research that is going on in Europe. And for the emerging researchers, I would say that these are opportunities, to learn more. Is, in my opinion, is really formative to give feedback on about how to improve a research in your field, and is always a good exercise to do. So how can you connect with us, both for collaboration or to be updated about our opportunities and our events? We have a specific session of the EERA website dedicated to our group, so you can learn more there about everything about who is an emerging researcher, how you can collaborate, how you can participate, and also about our initiatives. But I would suggest to take part in to be part of our mailing list, because we are always disseminating our opportunities, but also the opportunities that the thematic network, the EERA thematic network, are sharing with us. So, for example, I think that the last event I shared via the mailing list was from Network 21, ethnography in education, and it was about a webinar series, for example. But I'm waiting for the spring school announcement by the Network 1 professional development. So yeah, is something that is really important to stay connected and to be part of our community. So finally, and of course, you are invited to email me at any time if you want to know more about the Emerging Researchers Group. I would like to close by saying that the Emerging Researchers Group exists also because sometimes academic life can be, a solitary experience. And we believe that research grows also through dialogue, through community, and through mutual support. So please consider the Emerging Researchers Group not just as a simple group, but as a community where you are all welcome. Thank you again, Professor Marta Licardo, for the invitation, and to all of you for your kind attention. And of course, if you have any question, I will be pleased to answer.
Thank you very much, Lisa. So now I will open the floor for questions, comments, ideas. Maybe I should start. I was wondering during your presentation, what are the solutions regarding financing? We know that if they go to the Tampere conference, or if they want to join the summer school, they need some funds. How they usually solve this issue?
Yes.
Challenge, let's rather say.
We are, first of all, The Emerging Researchers Conference has a fee that is really low, let's say, because we know very well that the emerging researchers sometimes, often, I would say, don't have many fundings. So, and we are really looking to give the opportunity to participate to many emerging researchers we can. So we are also working closely with the local organizers, and we usually around the end of December, the beginning of January, we are also publishing online the opportunity, the low-cost stay opportunities that are often students, well, the university students apartments, or yes, that are students, let's say, stays during the year. That this is also why the Emerging Researchers Conference and EERA is taking place during the summertime. No, so there are also opportunity to stay there, and moreover we have bursaries that the emerging researchers can apply for bursaries if they are part of a low GPT country. And another way of being funded is participating and winning the best paper or best poster award, because we are offering the free entrance to the conference for the next year. And yeah, I think that's it. Yes, these are the opportunities for emerging researchers.
And how many they usually join to this conference?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Marta. This is something I forgot to mention. Well, the Emerging Researchers Conference is always very well attended, and our numbers are growing each year. Last year, if I recall correctly, we had more or less 350 abstract accepted. And more than 400 participants, attendees. Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
So it's really well populated, and there are many opportunities to connect with people.
Now I would like to invite our other members to ask anything if they want to.
Also in chat, if you prefer, as you want.
Yeah. Še kakšno vprašanje, koga kaj zanima?
Maybe I can ask, yes, one small question. Thank you very much for your presentation. It was very informative, a lot of information, and very useful for our students. Like our Marta already emphasized about the funding, I'm wondering about this summer school particularly. So they need to get main funding from their own country, or there are also some scholarships possible, or how you organized? Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you for this question. There are also scholarships. So I really invite the emerging researchers or the PhD candidates that are interested in going on to go on our website to learn more about the opportunities, because the summer school schools that we are offering are, because I'm referring both to the EERA annual summer school, but also to the summer schools that are provided in collaboration with thematic networks, are always have always opportunities to be founded. So yeah, it's necessary to check for the different kind of summer school, well, or seasonal school, but yeah, we are always trying to help emerging researchers to participate.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions? Maybe from some emerging researchers within the meeting?
I'm not an emerging researcher, but I would just like to say a comment maybe. Thank you, Lisa, and thank you, Marta, for inviting Lisa. I think it's a really nice way of presenting a community, and maybe this is more like a discussion for Slovenian colleagues, in a sense that I think that maybe we are not that used to in really getting in touch with this emerging research association, like societies across Europe. And I think it's really good way of promoting this way of cooperating and to using EERA society in this sense as well. At least I think that we're not so used to like this division between emerging researchers and researchers. And at least me personally, I was just thrown into the research, into the big pool. So I think the opportunity like this are really fruitful, and I would really hope that somebody would present it to me when I was starting with my PhD, and because this connections and this networking is really, really, really important and fun on the long term. So thank you both for creating this opportunity.
Thank you, Anna, for this really lovely comment.
If may add, I'm Urška Stremfal, researcher at Educational Research Institute, and I'm mentor of the young researcher, Dorotea Prše, who actually attended the EERA summer school this year and also received this reimbursement of the cost for the Easter conference. So both experiences were very, very positive, both professionally and socially. So if you're still thinking, I'm talking now to the doctoral students, she's available to share her individual experiences. So and I'm personally really also encourage you, based on her experience, to take this advantage and participate in these events.
Thank you, Urška. I have another question, if I may. Lisa, you mentioned YouTube as social channel. Can you share with us where we can find that, and maybe some other social networks that we can somehow then send to our PhD students?
Yes, with pleasure. I'm just looking for the the EERA YouTube channel is dedicated to all the thematic networks, so you can find also more materials, and you can find also the keynote from the past conferences edition. So it's really, and I'm copy and pasting it on the chat. Here it is. There is also something else important that I forgot to mention is the EERA blog. Also, the EERA blog is run by the thematic networks and the emerging researchers network, group. We are also asking to emerging researchers to share their experience both during the the conference and during the year, so you can also have an idea about what I'm telling you by reading what they wrote in this blog post. And I'm also looking for the link. Here it is.
Are there any other social channels that they are connected?
Well, I'm not really, I'm not anymore on Facebook, but I know that EERA is sharing also information, pictures, and short interviews via Facebook. And yeah, the website, I also share the EERA website, and I recommend you to register to our mailing list, because it's and also you can have information about all the events and all the initiatives, both from the Emerging Researchers Group and the EERA networks. But if you want, you can also use our mailing list to disseminate your own events. For example, if you are preparing or you are organizing an international conference or an international meeting, we will be more than happy to share the information with our community, of course.
Thank you. Any more questions, ideas? Okay, if not, then I would just like to say a big thank you, Lisa, for having be today with us. And we hope that we will meet at the Emerging Researchers Conference next year and maybe start some new collaboration.
Yes, it was a pleasure to meet you all today. Of course, if anything you want to know anything more, please email me, and I'm looking forward to meet you, hopefully in Tampere. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice afternoon.
So do you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.